Hello and welcome to another interesting tutorial. Today we are going to be learning how to cut a pencil trouser. A beautiful pencil trouser is going to be looking like this. So guys, if you're interested in this, just keep watching. Okay, we are going to be learning a lot. I'll be sharing with us detail by detail on how to go about this, how you are going to get this perfectly. So if you're interested, just keep watching. So now I'm going to start by placing my pattern paper, as you can see here, and the measurement I'm working with is my waist measurement, my hip measurement, my waist, the clutch, the full length, and also the knee. Let me repeat it again. I have my waist, my hip, my clutch, my full length, and also my knee. Okay, I'm going to start by removing my 1.5 inches for the band, placing my tape like this, and get my hip line, which is 9, my clutch line, which is 10, the knee line, and also the full length. To get your clutch line, you're going to go ahead and divide your hip measurement by 4. So if your hip is 40, divide it by 4, which is 10, then place your tape and get the length of 10, and that will be your clutch line. I'm going to rule out the lines like this. So I will label my hip, my clutch. The upper part is the waist and this is the knee. Then the down part is gonna be the full length. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark inward 1 inch. Like you see me just do it. I'll mark 1 inch inward like this and connect it from this 1 inch, which is the upper part, the waist area. I'll connect it to meet to the hip and clutch line. From the waist, I went in with 1 inch and curved it like so with my French curve. Now I'm going to be taking my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches seam allowance. On the waist, coming to the hip, I will divide my hip measurement divided by 4. I'll mark plus 1.5 seam allowance. Now coming to the clutch area, I am going to be dividing the measurement I have on my lap. I have on my lap, like I have 24 inches for my lap. I added 1 inch, making 25. 25 divided by 2, whatever I have there, I'm going to be marking it down here. After that, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 inch allowance. Hope you understand, guys. Now I am going to first of all connect the line from the hip to the waist like this. Then I will use my French curve part to curve out from the hip to meet the clutch area in a slanty way, not too curvy, it's just a slanty shape. Okay, I will now continue. The next thing I'm going to do is to measure whatever I have on the clutch. I'm going to go ahead and divide it by 2, get the midpoint. From the crotch, I divide what I have there by 2 like this. I'll get the midpoint. I'll measure out what I have. Like I have 7 inches there. I'm going to go ahead and mark the center point. I'm going to mark that 7 inches down to the full length of this pant. So after marking it down, I'm going to rule out the center or point of this trouser. I will rule it out like this with my long ruler. Now you can see we have gotten our center point for the trouser. I'm just using the easiest way to cut a pant because I have a different way of cutting a pant. So this one is just that less. So on the knee, I am going to measure my knee area, divide it by 2. If it is 20, I'll divide it by 2, 10. Then that 10, I'm going to bring it here, mark 5 here and mark 5 on the other side. So I have 5 there. I added half inch on the both side. Okay, I added half inch after marking my knee measurement. I added half inch. Then coming to the down part, I measure what I have on my ankle. I divide it by 2, which is 8. I or 7 inches. I divide that 7 inches into 2, which is 3.5 inches. But instead of marking 3.5 inches on the both side, I mark 4 inches. Now I am going to connect it like so. From the clutch side, I will connect it like this to meet the crotch part. Now to this other side, I will use my curvy ruler and curve it out a little bit like this, connecting from the knee to meet to the hip part like this. After that, I'm going to make use of my long ruler to connect it straight up. Let me explain the down part again. I have my ankle measurement divided by 2, which is 8, which is 7. Sorry, it is 14 divided by 2, 7. Then on this midpoint, that line that I just marked out, I'm going to be adding 3.5 inch on the both sides. Instead of adding 3.5 inches, I added 4 inch on the both side. That's half inch is will be for my same allowance. Hope you understand. Now I am done connecting it, and you can see how beautiful our trouser shape is looking. This is a stretch pants. You can use it as your fitted pants, or you can use it as a fitted pencil pants. Now coming to the crotch side, on this part I'm going to remove the dot half inch on this down part. You can remove 1 inch, you can even go ahead remove 2 inches. So I just remove half inch, connecting it from this crotch side to meet to this end like this. So I have my reason for removing half an inch, and half an inch always work for me. So if you know what that works for you there, you can go ahead and remove it. Okay, but depending on the depending on your size, you cannot be size 8 and you'll be going up with 2 inches. After making your pants, you are going to be having a lot of allowance on the center of your buttock. You'll be seeing allowance on the band side. Now the next thing is to cut, as you can see me doing. After cutting, I'm going to head over to the back. So the back is not that it's not hard. The back is very simple. I'll be using the front to cut out the back. So you can see how beautiful our pants is looking. So beautiful. Now I'll be using this paper to draft out the back. I am going to be placing the front like this, and if you watch on this upper part, I have about 3 inches for this upper part. The reason is that if you deducted 2 inches for your upper side, you can have an allowance of 3 inches or 2 inches. So this clutch side, I'm going to mark 2 inches. From this clutch side, I will just mark the 2 inches and rule the line like this. Remember, I removed half an inch on the clutch upper part, so I'll be replacing it back with that. I'm going up with half an inch for the back, and I'm just going to go ahead and connect it from this half an inch to meet to this side. You can see that it looks slanty. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do, from the waist down to the clutch, I'm going to add 1 inch. From the waist to the clutch, I'll add 1 inch like this. I'll just use my dotted line to do that. I'll just dot it out. Then going down, I'll be reducing it to ½ inch. Like if I'm marking it downward, I'm going to be removing half inch. So this side I'm going right now will be half inch allowance. On this side part, I'm also going to go ahead and add half inch allowance to it. Okay, so you can see it here now. I'll connect it straight to me to the crotch, the new crotch line that I just drew. You can see the way I used it. Then to this clutch depth side, I'm going to add half inch as well. So our back is ready. You can see that the back is very simple, very simple. I'm just going to go ahead following the dotted line and cut out my back, and that will be all. So I'll be using this paper, folding my fabric into two, placing the paper like this and cut out my pant. So stay tuned for the sewing tutorial. This one is just the cutting and also the drafting. Just stay tuned for the sewing tutorial. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut like this. Remember, the reason I added 1 inch from the waist to the hip is because the back buttock is bigger than the front. Okay, so the back trouser is always bigger than the front trouser. So you can see the front and also the back. This is the back and this is the front. You can see how beautiful the shape is just amazing. Thank you for watching and see you on the next tutorial of the sewing of this video. Bye.